Hey, it's Ramsey Dewey over here in Shanghai, China. Welcome to another edition of Q&A with the Coach. Today we have a question from R.I.P. who says, what is the difference between MMA and Krav Maga? Which one will prepare you better for a street fight and self-defense? I love your video. The difference between Krav Maga and MMA? Well, Krav Maga sucks. And out of the hundreds of Krav Maga practitioners I've met, I've only met two who actually knew anything about fighting and could intelligently defend themselves to any degree. And the rest absolutely sucked. And I'm going to be very plain about that. Now, you might say, but Ramsey, you're poo-pooing my style. I do Krav Maga and I don't suck. No, you don't suck. You don't suck, my friends. This is not an ad hominem attack on you. You are not Krav Maga. You are not a system. You are not that label. But if you can have the experience of meeting 200 practitioners of a style, and they all suck except for two, I would say that's a pretty representative sample. Whereas, let's say, how many boxers have I met? I've met hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of boxers. And they were all different skill levels, but they could all box to some degree. Some of them to an exceptional degree, some to a much lesser degree, but they could all box. What does Krav Maga purport to do? At least the civilian version purports to prepare you to intelligently defend yourself in a self-defense situation, on the streets, in real life, against an attacker, perhaps multiple attackers who are bigger and stronger than you, perhaps attackers with weapons. And what they say is that Krav Maga will give you the tools to survive in these situations. And yet, almost 200, let's say 198 out of the 200 Krav Maga practitioners that I have met did not know how to intelligently defend themselves. Not against a professional cage fighter or something like that, against any level of resistance. And maybe I just met the bad ones. Maybe I did. Maybe because of the luck of the draw, in all of the parts of the world I have traveled and lived and trained, I just happened to be so unlucky that I only ran into the bad ones. But I hear a lot of Krav Maga practitioners. Krav Maga practitioners, how do you say that? That's a tongue twister for me. They leave comments on my channel saying something along the lines of Krav Maga is basically MMA. Except that it's basically not. No, it's not. Mixed martial arts is a sport. It is the sport of unarmed fighting. And there you go. Let's just look at what both things purport to be. Not what they actually are, not what my experience with them has led me to believe about them. Because I believe most Krav Maga sucks. But what does it purport to do? It purports to be an effective system of self-defense. MMA is a sport where the objective is to beat up the other guy, to knock him out, or to control and submit him. Or to control the fight so effectively and efficiently that there is no doubt in the judges' minds afterward that you dictated what happened in that fight to the point where they award you the win. In other words, in MMA, the objective is be the aggressor, be the predator. Be the one who dictates what happens. Be the danger. In self-defense, what Krav Maga purports to be, the objective is remove yourself from the danger. Get away from the danger. Don't be the danger. Survive. And those are polar opposite things. So just looking at the claims, just looking at the objective statement, those are polar opposite things. Whoops, bumped my tripod there. So Krav Maga is not MMA. And I'm sure there are Krav Maga practitioners saying, well, we do MMA-like techniques. We do this and we do that. Okay, whatever, man. But context, my friends, is for kings. You may throw punches in Krav Maga. You may throw kicks. You may grapple. You may do an armbar or a choke or something like that. But with the objective of surviving and removing yourself from the danger. Whereas in an MMA fight, why are you doing those things? Because you are trying to be the perpetrator of violence. Do you see how those things are on opposite ends of the spectrum? Thanks for watching. Now get out there and train.